Okay, namaste everybody. Now our topic is characteristics of law and importance of law. So last time we started meaning and definition of law. So meaning of the definition of jurisprudence also is study. Now let's start characteristics of law. Characteristics means nature, feature of law. So what are the characteristics of law? Look at here. The general characteristics of law I here prescribes. Law is a general rule of human behavior in a state. It applies to all people. It applies to all people of the state. All are equally subject to the laws of their state. Here means what is actually law? Law means the rule of human behavior in the state, in the territory, in the country. It applies to all people of the state. All people means national people, foreign people, other people, every people. So each and everywhere law is applied for all people. And law treats all people equal. Equal means equilibrium way. Equal basis, equality principle. So law treat equal to the all people, even the people may rich, may poor, may educated, may uneducated. So law is definite and is it is formulated will of the state. Law is definite means law is clear, law is explained, law is mentioned, law is written. And formulated means created or developed will of the state. It is formulated will of the state. That means state people what type of they want. They have an interest. Such interests or wants are expressed in the form of law. It is means law is a rule made and implemented by the state. So law is differ from state to state, country to country, nation to nation. Why? Because it is made and implemented or enforced or administered by the state. Clear? State always acts through law. So states always rules through law. State always works through law. Laws are made and enforced by the government of the state. So who made the laws? Obviously, government made the laws. Government means legislative body of the government make the laws and enforced by the executive branch of the government. Enforcement implemented by the executive branch of the state of the country. Clear? Law creates binding and authoritative values or decisions or rules for all people. Look at here. Law creates, law starts or law makes binding and authoritative values. Binding and authoritative means having the coercive power, having the enforcing power, and also some laws are also decisions or rules which is binding to the all the people of the state or authoritative to the people of the state. That means all the people should follow the law. Sovereignty of the state is the basis of law and its binding character. Why law is binding? Because law has a sovereignty power, sovereignty of the state. Sovereignty of the state means law has a supreme authority power. That's why it is binding to the other people. Law is backed by the coercive power of the state. Backed by the coercive power? What does it mean? It means law has a penalty, law has a sanction power, law has also punishment power. So violations of the laws are always punished. So if you violated the law, if you neglected the law, then you will be punished as jail, fine, everything. So that's why law is backed by the sanction. That means law is enforced through the power. Punishments are also prescribed by law. What type of punishment should be given to the wrongdoer? Like homicide, life imprisonment may be applicable, theft, dacoity, maybe imprisonment is applicable 5 to 10 years. So imprisoning or isolations putting on isolation or put on remand, parole, probation. These are forms of punishment, and these forms of punishments are also prescribed by the law, mentioned by the law. The courts settle all disputes among the people on the basis of law. Court, general code, high court, district court, you know, all courts settle all the disputes, civil type of disputes, criminal type of dispute, all the cases settled by the courts through the basis of law, on the support of law, or with the help of law. So law has also this kind of characteristics as well. Continue. In each state, there is only one body of law. Only one body of law means in each and every country contain the law, and only one body of law. That means only one constitution, and all the laws are also made according to the provisions of the constitution. Similarly, legally, law is command of the sovereigns. Actually, what is the law? Law is command, order, issues, prerogative, order of the sovereign. That means command of the supreme authority. In contemporary times, laws are made by the representatives of the people who constitute the legislature of the state. So, contemporary times, at present time, laws are made by the representative of the people who will the vote, and that vote will people become the legislator, and legislator makes the final law. Laws are backed by public opinion and public needs. So, how laws are existed? Laws are existed on the public opinion, public needs, public spirit, public will, general will. That's why laws are a reflection of the public opinion also. The purpose of law is to provide peace, protection, and security to the people, and to ensure condition of their all-round development. So what is the purpose of law? Objective of law is to maintain peace and security, to protect the people, and to ensure all-round development of the people. Law also provides protection to the rights and freedom of the people. People, citizenships, freedoms, and life, liberty, properties are also protected by the law. And to protect life, liberty, and property of the people is the purpose of law. Clear? All disputes among the people are settled by the courts on the basis of interpretation and application of the laws of the states. So general courts, high court, supreme court, all courts are busy to settle the dispute between the people, between the different type of organization, and they means courts settle the dispute through the interpretation and application of the law. So that's why law is very essential for the court system, right? Rule of law, equality before law, equal protection of laws for all without any discrimination are recognized as the silent feature of modern legal systems and liberal democratic states. Silent features, that means the rule of law, equality before law, equal protection of law, that means all people are equal, supremacy of law, and equal protection of laws are now very important features of the law. So very short in bullets, right? Law, coercive law, it is a set of rules. It regulates the human conduct, human behavior, human external activities. It is created and maintained by the state means the country, made by the country. It has certain amount of stability, fixity, and uniformity. It is backed by the coercive authority. Coercive authority means sanctions. Its violation leads to the punishment. Punishment means a kind of pain. It is the expression of the will of the people and is generally written down to give it definiteness. It is related to the concept of sovereignty, which is the most important element of the state. So, importance of law. Why law is important? In courts, law is used to settle conflicts among the people. To settle down the conflicts, settle down the grievances among the people, settle down the disputes among the people. Law is important. That's why The main function means work of law is to ensure all-round development of the people by providing security, peace and protection. So giving protection, peace and security, it is also importance of the law. Similarly, without law, people were free to do anything they wish. So with the presence of law, they can, because law is a kind of imperative order. Law is a kind of controlling behavior, but law has imposed certain limitation and restriction that have to be followed by the each and every citizens. Failing or violations of which would be the punishable offense. So law has a certain provisions to the offenders. That's why people follow the law, because of due to the punishment. An example of the role of a law in our lives is health insurance. Nowadays, people are able to secure their life just because of law. It gives the insurance also. It is the law that is responsible for the behavior of the people among each other. Without it, there will be the actions like stealing, damaging one's property, hurting one's sentiments. It may exist. If law is less in society, in country, then what happens? There is increasement of murder, increase of the dacoity, stealing, rape, genocide, human trafficking, arms trafficking, drugs trafficking, misuse of the drugs. That kind of crimes may increase if law is lacking, or if law is not present. Due to the law, this type of offenses are, controlling. Then other importance of law maintains the societal harmony and peace. So social harmony and peace, social solidarity, it is the main function of law and importance of law. It serves as a deterrent for people thinking of doing something undesirable for others. So law creates deterrent. Deter means a kind of afraid. Why people do not wrong? Because of law. Law has a coercive power. Law has a imprisonment power. Law has a punishable power. Law has a threatened power. That's why people think that, oh, it is law which punish if we do wrong. That's why that type of deterrent, that type of threats created by the law, and it is also important of law. Similarly, it gives the proper guidelines. Who gives the guidelines? All the peoples provided guidelines by the law. So law gives the proper guidelines on how to handle the situation which is not normal. It gives the guidelines also. It gives the track. The most important thing, it provides a way to serve justice to the victim and punish to the perpetrator. Another important feature or another importance of law is the law gives to the justice to the victim, justice to the aggrieved party, justice to the affected party, and gives the punishment to the perpetrator. Perpetrator means wrongdoer. Wrongdoer means criminal, accused. So it is another importance of the law. Due to the laws, there have been changes brought to our society, like abolition of practices sati, child marriage, dowry, child marriage, underage marriage, dowry, giving the property to the women through their matriarchy side, sati system with the suicide with the husband. That sati system where have existed. This much. Okay, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.